How you guys and girls doing today? T918 here, and in this T918 podcast, we are talking about how it got started. So, y'all, I wanted to make this video a couple of days ago, but I was extremely tired and I was in pain and, from work and all that. So, I'm happy to make this video now. And pretty much what this video or this podcast, sorry, is going to be talking about is how I got started on Twitch and YouTube and how everything came to be. So it all started probably, so when I was, this is going to be completely unedited. So let me get comfortable in my chair here. So this probably was ever since I was in, probably not 2-3 years old. I started loving games. My very first game ever was Dead or Alive, the very first one for the original Xbox, and I knew that gaming was going to be my thing. And I had played it all throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, all the way up until right now. And for some people, how they have, some people, and I'm not judging, but some people, they drugs or alcohol or certain things that they like, partying and things like that. Is what they do when they're stressed or when they're sad or when they want to feel excited or something like that. Or I turn to games. That was everything. I play games now, of course, because I enjoy them and they're my hobby and I enjoy them. But and I also do that when I'm sad or when I'm stressed out or when the world's turned against me, I feel like. And it started off like with streaming and YouTubing. It started off like I wanted to be a cop when I was probably second grade all the way up until 12th grade. And I knew that I wanted to be a cop because my granddad was a cop, and then also I saw a canine officer walk in one day in my school, and it was for career day, and I knew at that very moment that's what I wanted to do. You had a man's best friend, a German Shepherd, and you got to arrest the bad guys. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And from second grade all the way up until senior year, that's what I wanted to be. And I was actually on a path of just doing that and just that. I was playing games every now and then. I wasn't streaming because living at my mom's house, she didn't have the internet connection. She had one up and one down. For those who know what internet is, y'all probably laughing. That is absolutely atrocious. Like, the very first time I tried to stream, y'all, I'll never forget. I had my best friend on the phone with me, and I was so excited. And I don't even know why, but he knew more about the internet at the time than I did. And I decided to buy myself a brand new router. And I know I'm going off track a little bit, but he was like, bro, don't buy a router because that's not going to increase your internet speed. He was like, that's not going to do anything. It's just going to increase your limit if you even could go up to that. You can't. And I was like, nah, bro. I got this. It says 50 up and 50 down on it. And I bought it. I'll never forget the very first game I tried to stream ever. And my bad if y'all can hear that. I don't know if it's picking it up. Someone's like fucking cutting grass outside. But the very first game that I tried to stream was Far Cry 3. For the 360, and I had gotten all my things set up. I got my Elgato, had my blue snowball microphone, on a desk. It was ghetto, so I had to bend over to talk into it. I had my controller, had my ghetto Xbox 360 mic, plugged in to hear other people. I was excited. I hit the stream button and I dropped 2,000 frames in 10 seconds. I tell my friend, go to Twitch and see how it looks. And it looks like, I went back and it looks like an utter slideshow. My voice is lagging. I'm dropping, like I said, 2,000 frames every 10 seconds. Dream was pretty much, okay, so you can't do that. And, oh yeah, another thing, uploading YouTube videos on one up and one down, as y'all know, is difficult too. If I tried to upload any YouTube videos on one up and one down, it would take the internet out for a whole 24 hours. So that means that whenever I would hit upload, I would tell my mom not to get on the internet or try to use her phone for 24 hours, because if she tried to use it, it would cancel the upload because I was using that 1 megabyte that we had. So back to the story, y'all. Like I said, I wasn't streaming, but I was gaming, playing Call of Duty from time to time. I had enough to, play games online and stuff, and I was playing with my best friend from time to time. We'd get off of school, play games, Call of Duty and stuff like that. And I would play games here and there. I really wouldn't, stream or upload to YouTube like that very often. And one day, like I said, I was going and since I wanted to be a police officer, that was the path I was taking. And I decided I wasn't going to go to college. So in senior year, I tried to apply to be a Maryland State Police Cadet. And I'm no longer in Maryland, but when I was in Maryland, that's what I wanted to do. So I was like, you know what, this is the path that I wanted to take. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply for this, and I'm just going to ace the whole thing. I went to the orientation and in a suit and all that, and I went and I passed the physical test, running the 1.5 miles in 12 minutes and push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups and all that good stuff, interview panel of 3 Maryland State troopers. They asked me why I wanted to become one and all this stuff. And, I passed that, and, I passed the home inspection. They had like a Maryland State trooper go throughout your house and make sure that your house was stable and make sure that, you weren't suffering at home from any kind of abuse, nothing like that, because they said the job is really stressful. And they recommended that you don't do anything when you get home because the job itself can be really stressful and demanding already. And that was my plan, y'all. From 18 years old to 21 years old, I was going to be a Maryland State Police Cadet. And then at the age of 21, I was going to go into the Maryland State Police Academy and graduate a trooper. And, I'd have that extra couple $1,000 because I already went in as a cadet already, And I don't know what it was. It was so weird, but I woke up and I don't know what it was. Like, I woke up and I just went to my mom's room and I thought to myself, I was like, I'm really, really, really liking this gaming stuff. Like, I'm really liking this YouTube stuff. Now, here I am, y'all. Can you imagine that? Here I am, and I got one up and one down. I haven't even scraped the surface of what good gaming is. I mean, I'm playing on console. I don't even have a PC at that time. I'm playing on console, 30 FPS, using a microphone that's lagging and stuff like that. Can't upload, can't stream. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm really liking this gaming stuff. And I got dressed, and I had to, this is before the interview panel the panel with the 3 troopers. And I remember going in my mom's room as I'm, getting dressed, and I told her, I was like, I'm really starting to like this gaming thing. I'm really starting to like this YouTube and Twitch thing. And she was like, gave me like the dirtiest look. Like, how moms give you that dirty look? And she was like, boy, don't you say that. Don't, put that gaming crap away. Ain't nobody worried about no gaming. You focused on this, Maryland State stuff right now. That's what you're going to be focused on. And I like, at that moment, I just knew it wasn't going to work out. I don't know what it was, but sometimes you just know, and you just know that and you can't really explain it. It was just like that. I just knew it wasn't gonna work because I knew that wasn't like the plan for me. It wasn't like the destiny for me. It wasn't like what I was meant to do. And honestly, not to get ahead of myself, but if I would have went down that path, I probably wouldn't know any of y'all today. I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't know anybody on Twitch. I wouldn't have grown my YouTube channel with y'all help, of course, to the 1.3K subs and counting. I wouldn't have, grown on Twitch, I just wouldn't be on this path. So I'm really happy. But like I said, I went through it and I passed everything and I never got a call back. And I don't know how rare that is. I don't know how strange that is, but I passed every single thing. Except for the polygraph. Never mind. I was in a dark room and they put you in a dark room, face your chair toward the corner, cut the lights off, and put like a lamp on your head, and then attach these things to your fingers. And because my heart was beating too fast and I was sweating, they told me that, because I was breathing too hard. That's exactly what he said. He was like, because I'm breathing too hard, they disqualified me from the thing. And I was like, wait a second. I'm like, because I'm breathing too hard. And the dude, the guy who was even testing me, he told me, he was like, I would have personally, his exact words was like, I would have personally passed you, but he had to send it to his manager. And his manager was like, well, you can tell him that his breathing heavy has disqualified him. So I was like, okay. So, and that was it. Like, that was it. Never got like an official letter in the mail saying that I, wasn't gonna be a cop or whatever. That was it. So at that point, I was like, I was kind of bummed out. But I was kind of excited at the same time. Because I was like, nah, I get to focus on gaming. And I get to focus on Twitch and YouTube. And, that's when everything, that's when I started going hard on Twitch and YouTube. That's when, I was like, okay, I'm going to need a new microphone. That's when I got an AT2020. That's when I got my first HyperX Cloud 2 headset. That's when I got, a Elgato HD60. I was going to do everything I could while at my mom's house with the little internet she had. And, every other day, my mom couldn't stand it because every other day she would not, she couldn't use her phone. Because I was uploading videos and I didn't give a damn, how bad they looked. I didn't give a damn about how much they were lagging, stuttering, and stuff like that. I just knew I was going to start uploading. And I started uploading, Far Cry content, Outlast gameplay. If y'all can go back to the channel, to my very first videos, y'all. And I mean, I'm using Camtasia, Trial Edition, big ass watermark. I didn't even know how to, control resolution. I didn't even know resolution at that time. So most of those videos are like in a weird 360 by 490 something or 480p. And I just kept on going, and I eventually learned, and I, found software, better recording software, and then I got into PC gaming, and it led me to right now, y'all. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the journey that I'm on. And it's nerve-wracking every day being an entrepreneur, and being on that path that really isn't normal. Because a lot of people, my family included, and I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of y'all can relate to this. It's not normal to be on a path of financial freedom or financial abundance and doing something that you love. Normally, what the 90s babies and 80s and every old generation, probably taught you, and your parents would probably want to tell you to do is, you need to put all that crap down. It doesn't have to be gaming, just anything that you enjoy that isn't like considered work. Got to put that crap down. You can't make a living off of that. You got to get a real, you've heard that from your parents or someone. You got to get a real job. You got to get a real job. You got to do real things. So, it's every single day you wake up unsure, uncertain of what you're going to do next, uncertain if in the end it's all going to work out. You got to have like that positivity. You got to know that, no matter what, you're going to keep going and it will work out. You just got to have that mindset. But, it can definitely get overwhelming at times because you're doing something that not everybody does. And when you're trying to stand out, that's when you become a target. No one looks at you when you're blending in and you're doing everything everybody else is doing, just going through the flow of life. But once you try to step out of that box and you say, I'm not going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing something different, you got the whole world against you. So yeah, y'all, that's how, like I said, that's how I got started on this, and I'm going to continue on this path, man. And like I said, y'all see my videos on my YouTube channel. I go through, I go through jobs, y'all. Shit. First, it was, like I said, first I had applied for Maryland State Police Cadet. Then I was working at Safeway. Then I was working at USPS. Then that didn't work out, and I went to Coca-Cola. And for those who don't know, I'm not at Coca-Cola anymore. So I can do an update video on that, y'all, if y'all want. And, I'm going to be applying for something else, y'all. So, I mean, keep it going, man. Just for those who might have a smaller channel than me, or, smaller Twitch, or even a bigger channel than me, even the big content creators need this sometimes. If you're watching this or you're listening to this, man, just know that people are going through the same thing you are. I might not feel like it. You might feel like you're the only one going through it. You might feel like nobody understands you, but trust me, people out there are going through the same struggle as you. And the ones that make it, remember, the ones that you see right now that are successful, they never quit. They were in the same position you were in, with one viewer or, one, view on their YouTube videos or whatever the case may be, a couple followers on Instagram, Twitter. And the reason why they're where they are now is because, they kept on going. And they are where they are today because, they would tell you that persistence and, toughness and, good content, of course, is the key. So I just wanted to make this little podcast, y'all, and I will catch you on the next one. T918 is out of here.